We just arrived at Lake Tobias in Halifax, Pennsylvania. So come with me and let's see what we can see, all the different animals. Here's where we're going to enter. Okay. I'll go check out the gator. He's out here. Let's check him out. Right there's a gator exhibit. So here we go, we're getting ready to go on the safari tour.
Papa's gonna get inside.
All your attention. First off, my name is Mace. I'll be your bus driver and your tour guide today. This is the part where you all can stand up if you want, something like that. But before I talk about these animals, there are just a few really quick important rules I need to go over once again. Trust me, it's nothing too big. But like one of them, for example, if you guys happen to drop anything over the side of the bus, say a phone, wallet, small child. If you guys would like that item back, please let me know and we'll get it back to you. If you would not like that small child back, then I promise we'll be okay. But I mean, yeah, if you guys drop anything actually important, then we'll get it back to you. Okay, but seriously, yeah, so if you guys do drop anything, I'll get it back. Also, all of our animals with antlers are currently in a state of velvet, which means their antlers are really soft and fuzzy, and you guys are really going to want to touch them. But we ask that you do not touch those antlers, because even a small scratch can cause internal bleeding in this state, because it's in the process of them growing new antlers. Like, whenever you're growing a new layer of skin back, it's very sensitive and it can break very easily. So we just ask that you guys do not touch the antlers, because they contain the blood vessels and nutrients that the animals need. And the last thing, please only feed our animals the pellets, popcorn, or the carrots that you guys got at the safari station. But besides that, the last thing I have to say is just have fun and enjoy it. Now let's talk about some animals. So we have our South American llamas over here. Does anyone know, has anyone heard that these guys spit? Who's all heard that llamas spit? So quite a few. That's not necessarily true. What they do is a lot worse and a lot funnier. So these guys actually, they can't produce saliva, so what they do instead is they'll grab food from one of their 3 stomach areas and they'll burn it up and they'll projectile vomit at you instead. So it's a lot worse. It's never happened on one of my tours, but it has happened before. So if it does happen to you, let me know so we all can laugh at you together.
What did they say?
And if you guys, while you guys are feeding them, you'll see that these guys will grab it with their lip. And that's because they cannot extend their tongues outside of their mouth. Their tongues are not long enough, so they'll use that top lip like a hand to grab the food and force it into their mouth. And these guys can't even bite you either because they don't have any top row teeth. They only have 2 molars at the very top.
Okay.
They're gonna bite me. No, don't bite me. Don't bite me. Ew, look at that.
So these animals that we have over here, these are our North American elk. These are the second largest deer species in the world. Does anyone know where number 1 is? Say it again? No? That is correct. It is the moose. The moose is the largest in the deer family. And these guys are the second largest. But just as a reminder, even though no one has still, just make sure you guys do not touch the antlers, because I mentioned they are very sensitive. Now over here we have quite a few different animals. I'll talk about the guys that are closest to us right now. So these are all of our North American bison. So if you take a look at like their head, for example, they have what looks like a big old afro, and that is used as both pattern and protection. For whenever they would be playing or fighting against other animals, it helps to cushion any blows that they might give or receive. And these guys are also in the process of removing their winter coat. Over the winter, these guys will develop a winter coat to keep themselves nice and warm. But after enough time passes, these guys will end up losing that winter coat and starting to shed it off. And they also have what looks like a goatee, and that is just there to remind me I cannot grow one. And they also have those little teeny tiny horns, and those actually act as both offensive and defensive mechanisms, so that way they can keep themselves protected against predators that might be trying to attack. And also this massive amount of deer that you see, these are all of our fallow deer. So just like in most deer species, after mating season is over, all the males will go off to do their own thing, and while the females will grab the young and go take care of them with the entire herd. And these guys have what is known as a palmated antler. And this is what one of our fallow deer's antlers is going to look like when it's full grown. So this is called a palmated antler. Can anyone guess why it's called that? It looks like a palm, exactly. So yes, this is another very famous deer species that has this type of antler. Does anyone know? Say it again? That's correct. It is the moose. You guys all need to do better. She's curious right now. Come on. Left-hand side, we have our longhorn. Does anyone know where he is from?
Texas.
You guys are all very quiet. You gotta say it loud and proud.
Texas.
Texas.
Spain. Good job.
Spain.
Yeah, no, these guys are actually originally from Spain. Yes. Okay, so all of these guys that we have, these are all of our African elands. So these are actually the largest of the antelope species. And these guys can play in the NBA because from standing still, these guys can jump 6 feet in the air. They use it as a defensive mechanism against predators, but if they really wanted to, they could jump straight onto this bus and join us for the tour.
That's a female. That one.
Look, these are all of our Poitou donkeys. These guys are all from France. And if you take a look, we have this all brown guy over here covered in hay. This is our only male. His name is Jack, but since he's French, he doesn't like to be called Jack. He likes to be called Jacques. And just like a proper Frenchman, Jacques lived out here with his 4 French wives.
Baby's home.
So yeah, he has his 4 French wives out here and 2 of his children. And if you take a look at the front of your Jacques' face, you will see that he's got really long hair. And after enough time passes, that hair will develop into dreadlocks.
Give it to him, buddy. Drop it. Give it. You gotta give it. He can't reach it, buddy. There you go.
Santi.
He takes it from the side.
Yes, we have our two baby donkeys that weren't born that long ago, and they are both the offspring of Jacques himself.
That's it. Okay.
Baby RG.
The Japan Zoo or some of the other attractions. And also, I would, on behalf of the whole park, I would like to thank you for any purchase you guys did make here today, because it helps us to be able to expand and grow, because we're not government funded. So once again, I would like to thank you all so very much. And as always, if you guys did enjoy yourselves, once again, I very, very appreciate it. And my name was Mace. But if you guys did not enjoy yourself, my name is no longer Mace. It is now Greg.
So this ends our tour at Lake Tobias. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and wait for our next adventure. Thanks for watching.